Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is another impromptu GoPro vlog, which seems to be my default for videos at the moment, and you are joining us right in the middle of the action. In this video, I'm going to share with you a slightly different version of my weekly lesson. So as you can see here, this is me and my coach riding out together, and for this week's lesson, she's actually going to ride alongside me as we take Harley to a local farm to have a canter in their big open space. So as we ride along towards the top of the valley where we're going to have our canter, I'm going to talk you through what we're doing and what we did on this particular hack. So a little bit of context to begin with. If you're new to the channel, this is Harley. He is my 5-year-old Irish Draught. He's going to be 6 in May actually, so he's rising 6 really. I've had him since October 2023, so we're quite a new partnership and I'm certainly taking my time with him. And the reason that I've come out here with my coach today is because I know that as we get closer to summer months when things are warming up, that I will want to go out in the box with friends and explore new places, new bridle ways, and we are super fortunate in Surrey to have lots of places to ride. But I didn't want to go out with anybody else without first checking what Harley was like in an open space, checking that I had brakes, checking that I felt confident. And so I wanted to come out with my coach to this local farm so that we could do it together. And so I'm going to take you through each of the little stages. So we started out just by walking them along, getting them settled. And then you'll see that as we turn a corner in a minute, we have our first trot up a hill. And on the right hand side, you may not be able to see them from my chest harness. I'm wearing a GoPro on the chest, but there's a bunch of cows, which is what Harley is looking at. So let's dive into that first trot together and then we'll go from there.
So I think we trot up here to the
Yeah.
top. So we trot into them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just doing a poo. Come on. Come on, Harley. Don't worry about the cows, come on. Good boy. Good boy, you're okay. Well done. It's okay. Good boy. Oh, it's okay. Easy. You're okay. Keep going. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Nothing already. So I was a bit scared of the cows. No, he doesn't do a lot, which has actually been fine for now. Good boy, you're okay.
I was talking about that.
So that was such a nice way to ease us into this ride. As you can probably see from the periphery, like this is a really big open space. There's no traffic, there's no cyclists, there's no kind of walkers. You don't have to worry about sort of bumping into anybody. So the horses are a bit more relaxed and we're not worried about them doing, you know, massive spooks. And this was a really nice way to settle us in because we were trotting uphill. If they had been feeling a little bit fresh, one, it's harder, you know, everyone says it's harder to buck uphill. I'm sure some horses manage it, but generally I think they're unlikely to do that going uphill. And because it's quite steep, they do get puffed out a little bit. So if they are feeling a little bit fresh, then that sort of, that settles them down a little bit. So we did that first trot and then we kind of went down and sideways towards the bottom of the valley where we were going to go and have a canter up towards the top. So you can see the vast expanse that we're walking through. And as we were walking down, I remember saying to my coach, it hadn't occurred to me that I kind of hadn't totally gotten over the fall that I had on Woody. Now, if you've watched this channel for a while, you may remember that it's actually one of my most watched videos, so you may have seen it anyway. It was on a fun ride and Woody slipped. He kind of tripped over while he was spooking in canter and he fell right down and I came off, and it was quite a scary experience. And although I was completely fine and so was he, I don't know that it ever kind of totally left me. I'd already had quite a bad fall cantering on a different horse prior to that. And I think after that fall on Woody, it just kind of stayed with me. And although I did canter him and stuff again, I was always a little bit wary of like him disappearing from underneath me. And then when he went lame and we kind of stopped riding him completely, and then when he came back into work, we never actually went into canter again. And so for a long time, I just didn't canter horses. And so I didn't realise that this was something that was still stuck in my head. And it's only when I've started really doing stuff with Harley that I've realised that it's still a bit of a worry for me. So like even walking down here, which you can probably see is quite steep, I was thinking, oh my goodness, he might fall over. And then of course it disappears, but in those little instinctual moments were quite interesting. And so going out for this canter with my coach was one of the things that was really important to me as I start to rebuild that confidence. And I guess I'm sharing this, one, because maybe it's interesting, but two, because it might just make you feel like you're not alone. If you've had a particularly bad experience or a bad horse moment that was a while ago, sometimes these things can stay with us for longer. So anyway, we're almost at the bottom of the valley now. So what we're going to do is walk, have a little trot, and then pop into canter. And my coach is going to talk me through that moment. So let's go.
Grass here.
Oh, cool.
Drop up through the middle.
Oh, nice. We're following that track. Oh, I see it, yeah.
Yeah, through the middle.
Okay.
And like he might not be able to make it all the way to the top, but it's fine. You can go for as far as you want to. You can have a little trot, and then if you want to canter, we can.
Okay.
I think probably the best thing is to trot. Let's stay sort of side by side-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then if you wanted to put it into canter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh. I feel like a shy horse, Harley.
Okay.
Yeah, just like he wants this off. Good boy. So the only downfall of wearing a GoPro on my chest harness instead of on my helmet is that when I stand up for a canter like this, you can't actually see very much. So luckily my coach also caught a little bit of footage, so I'm gonna slice that in here seamlessly, and then I'll go back to the GoPro view afterwards.
Here she goes. Let's push him on a little bit. Come on, Harley, you got this.
Come on, Harley.
Come on, boy.
I know. Harley is like, I can't, mummy. Oh, darling, come on. You can do it.
Quite a long time.
Good boy. Oh, he's so polite. Oh, he's just so great. Worth every penny, Harley.
Yeah.
You're everything they said you would be. So as you can see, I had an absolutely wonderful time on that canter. I was beaming the whole way. I was like feeling so confident, and that's exactly what it was there for. It wasn't there to like go galloping and, you know, push me through it or whatever. And like, obviously I didn't expect him to do anything, but you just never know, do you? So we gave them a little walk break along here, and then I think we had one more little trot, and then we headed back to the lorry park. And just some sort of final thoughts from me. I think people have such different interpretations of what coaching should be. Some people have never had like ridden coaching like this and only have it from the ground. I was reflecting on it as we were walking back to the lorry park, and I have always, I think, had coaching out hacking. The riding school that I was at did coaching while we were out hacking. You know, you get told when to trot, when to canter, and blah, blah, blah. And then since then, you know, I had a job working for horses that we primarily got fit outside of the arena, and so my head lad would give me coaching as we were riding. That was like back when I was a teenager. And ever since then, really, I think because my coach sort of runs the yard as well, so they're in charge of the horse's whole care, she's very much like, whatever you need from me, we will do. And so she's quite often out on horses giving lessons out hacking as well. Or, you know, my other coach, Sarah, who came with me to my first competition away from home with Harley. Like, I think there is such value in having coaching outside of the traditional settings, because as my coach said to me, actually, we spend so much of our time, me personally, like out hacking, And so why would you not want coaching in that space? So really interesting and a really fun day. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I know they're a bit sporadic at the moment. I think I'm just I became a bit overwhelmed with YouTube for a little while. So I'm just kind of finding my way back there in a way that is interesting, but also, I guess, not so much me worrying about capturing content. So moments like this I think are really fun. And I will hopefully see you soon. Bye for now.